Definitely watch out for the weather because it is going to get pretty bad later on this afternoon, especially over central New England, though. This is where we have the darker shade of red on the map, and that's where we have some of those ingredients coming together to give us a severe threat, including tornadoes. In fact, our Torcon has gone up to a 4 in that darker shade of red. You've got eastern New York State, parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, where we could see some tornadoes spinning up out there. Even a 3 back toward the Capital District, and it's a 2 everywhere else, meaning it's still possible we could see a tornado. But the higher the number, the higher the threat. And with the Torcon 4, tornado watches could be issued. That is when you need to prepare for severe weather, but a warning means you need to take action. Everybody get to your safe place when a tornado warning is issued, as low as you can go in your home or business and away from the windows. Here is the setup. Upper disturbance bringing that threat for showers and storms. It's already storming for some of you this morning. I'll show you on the radar, but then this evening, watch out for the bigger storms coming through northern New Hampshire into western Maine. You can see the specks of white indicating some of the hail potential. We see other storms developing back across the Finger Lakes region, western PA. And this evening, of course, we'll watch for those stronger storms as we do have the winds coming from a different direction as you go up in the atmosphere. That's wind shear and therefore the ability to get those bigger storms. So here's the line that we're dealing with right now across central Indiana, down towards southern Illinois, northwestern Ohio. Raining pretty good in some of these areas, especially where you see the yellows and oranges. Nothing severe at this early hour, so that's the good news. We'll keep an eye on these storms as well through the Adirondacks into Lake Champlain. Much of northern New Hampshire seeing a little bit of wet weather as well. And by the way, over here, temperatures were in the 60s, especially in Boston. It was a much cooler day for you with the cloud cover and that wind coming in from the northeast. But now we've got a wind from the south. So that's going to transport the moisture, allow for these showers and storms to really get going, especially late this afternoon toward the evening time frame. They're going to be right along the Jersey Shore as we head towards 8, 9 o'clock tonight, and then basically moving offshore. But Reynolds, besides the severe weather, flooding is also a possibility.
Very
Stay cool out there. The light colored clothing is going to be better for you, especially when you're in that direct sunlight or trying to seek the shade whenever you can. Better yet, the air conditioning. Look at these temperatures from yesterday. DC, Reagan National, just 1 degree shy of your record. Dulles beating the record. And Baltimore, you guys had a record of 101 degrees yesterday afternoon. Getting close, if not breaking records today. We've got Baltimore looking to tie at 97, DC 98 degrees, New York 1 degree shy of the record, which is 96. And for Philadelphia and even Newark, New Jersey, it is going to be brutal out there. Plus you have to add the humidity, which makes those numbers feel even worse. So you can see the temperatures for the 95 corridor. We're all into the 90s, except for maybe Boston, where you had 60s yesterday. Today we're going up to 88 degrees. The heat index for today, you factor in that humidity. This is what you dress for. Triple-digit heat as we head into the middle of the afternoon, the worst time of day to be out and about. You can see it on this scale right here in Philadelphia, right around 1 to about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is when those heat indices will be feeling like the triple digits. But even after the sun goes down at 10 o'clock tonight, it's still going to feel well into the 90s. New York City, same for you. We've got the triple-digit heat. Use extreme caution heading out to Central Park, doing any biking, maybe around Prospect Park. By later on this evening, though, that heat index will be dropping down into the mid-80s. Heat advisories in effect for a good chunk of the Northeast, but there are some excessive heat warnings for portions of New Jersey, eastern parts of Pennsylvania. The Phillies are going to be playing a ball game this morning at around 11:30 this morning. Heat indices for the south are also brutal. You've got to dress for the triple digits here, 98 degrees in Atlanta, and this high-pressure dome, this heat dome, if you will, pretty much sticks around as we go throughout next week as well. Well, a startling new report reveals an increase in the number of children who died after they were left in hot cars and as temperatures start heating up outside. NBC News correspondent Susan Hogan shows us what the nonprofit Kids